Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and friends beyond the binary, hello and welcome. I'm Kristie. How you doing? It's the first Monday of the month. It's the art stream. Hi Xenon. Hi Andy. Thank you for showing up. Let's do the goddamn thing, huh? Hi Mox. Please do enjoy this wonderful wallpaper I found somewhere on some sort of image board that I don't go on anymore. Still a cool one. Hell am I doing? Passport 2, The Starving Artist. Nope, Steam needs to update too, huh? Steam needs to do it. Are you gonna start for me? Are you gonna be cool? Are you gonna be cool? I'm asking you if you're gonna be cool, because I'm doing a thing. Hey! How about it? We're getting there. It's slowly moving forward. While we're waiting, let me turn on this music real quick. This other, more different music. I didn't talk about the other music that I played. It was The Process, which is by Imogen Heap and I Fight Dragons. It's chiptunes with Imogen Heap's glorious voice underneath it. What's not to love? We're going to dump into endless mode, get Act 1. Let's get art eliminated. I don't know if I like the idea of art elimination. I think that sounds too dangerous. Just opening my Estus flask here. Tastes like red. So, how are we all doing tonight? I started doing some lines. I'm sure the joke hasn't aged well at all, but I used to be all about MXC's particular brand of ridiculousness. Yeah, me too. It's been a while since I've gone back and watched it. I also have a fear that the jokes won't have gone well. Listen, I took down 2 bosses in my first ever foray into a Souls game, so like, I'm a real gamer now. The certificate already arrived in the mail somehow. I don't know how I managed that. I was really proud of you. Like, not to be super shitty or anything, but I kind of didn't have odds on you getting as far as you went. I don't know what I'm drawing right now. I'm waiting for like ideas to come in if y'all have a thing you want to see happen. Right now I'm just gonna draw this bird. Whoa, Moisepan. Check out that ugly board. Oh, he's having a real mad time, I think. Let's redo that pupil. He's yelling at a dude who cut him off in traffic, I think. Aye, fuck you, buddy. Coming in here thinking you're gonna... just because I've got wings, you think I don't need to know how to drive. It's a Homestar bird, and I love it. It is kind of a Homestar bird. Get a pupil in there, I guess. That's how beaks look, right? That's probably how beaks look. Pretty sure that's how beaks go. Beaks do that. And, oh no, here we go. We'll use the brown. which does not really show up well on the dark red. Because it's a penglican. It's a lot of different birds. I was using the brown because like I drew the ball cap first. So I was like, okay, why is he wearing a bald cap? Or why is he wearing a cap? It's like, oh, obviously he's a bald eagle, but he's trying to hide it. Am I using a tablet? Nope, I'm using a mouse, like a common asshole. Let's actually just chunk all of this, and then we'll draw the things in behind it. I wish I had a tablet, to be honest with you. We're looking into, like, upgrading my phone to a Note at some point in the future. I shouldn't have done that. That's fine. It's cool, whatever. So I'll have something that's a little more useful to do drawing with. But right now, nah, it's just me and good old Mousy. Mousy's been with me through a lot. I mean, like a graphics tablet, because I have no idea how to draw on a tablet. I don't either. I never had the chance. I can't imagine. Well, I say that I've drawn a bunch on. I actually have drawn a bunch on my phone. So I can't imagine it's much different from that. It's just a matter of inputs. We keep looking for cheap tablets at the, you know, when we go out thrift store hunting, but never really come across anything. These probably should be white, huh? The very tips of the wings. Is that how bald eagles do? Let's have a look real quick and see how bald eagles do. Nah, it's kind of lighter at the tips, and the tail's white, but it's mostly just brown. There's some colorations in there. You gonna... There we go. So let's get whiter, the lighter brown here for the edges of the wings. There's $30 to $50 tablets online, I think, which is good because it isn't $100+ like other tablets. That is good. $30 to $50 is something I might be able to like save up for and make happen. $100 is a cordial fantasy. You know, the kind of fantasy that always asks your permission first before it goes into like weird shit. Sure, that's what that means. Let's redo the ball. I do keep saying bald. The ball cap in red, like a Mario. But maybe we don't do the Mario voice, cause it's got some problems. Oh no, that's too little. That's not a billion. You need a little longer so it can actually like keep the sun off your face. I've had my tablet for I think 6 years. The back of it's taped on with packaging tape. The tape's held for 3 years, so I guess it's good. Whatever works. I've had the front bumper of my car held on with some neon green duct tape for the last year and a half. He's a fan of the threes. That's probably the 30... Here we go. We'll do it like this. That's absolutely not gonna read, but... Especially not when I go over this to do outlines, but... He's a fan of the 30 seconds. They've only been around for like half a minute. I feel proud of that joke, and I shouldn't. That's a bad joke. What if you draw Greg and May doing a fun activity together? Go Smelters. Yeah, you're right. This should be a Smelters hat and not the 30 seconds. What are the Smelters colors? Is that a thing? Is that a thing they went into? Hey, back me. Get over here and apologize for being mean to my son. He's just trying to enjoy the game. I've turned around. I like this bird now. I don't ever see we're calling a Smelter's pennant or jersey or anything. And we do need the white in here. Just like right here in the back. Just so you know he's balding. The wiki. Background. Not much is known about Smelter's fans. Good dad demands apology. May and Greg doing a fun activity. Now, see, we say fun activity. We on our Night in the Woods stream. Hey, if you're not a regular watching this, we did a full read Night in the Woods stream, which you can find on Xenon Fiber's channel somewhere, presumably, or you missed it, and I'm sorry. But we didn't do the Greg playthroughs much, and I remember a lot of the Greg stuff, and it's like Greg stabbing things. It's like May and Greg like stabbing each other's hands with literal actual knives, and busting like Schifferobes with ball bats and shit. We know one of the Smelters was a rich white guy who throws kids in pits. Not wrong. It does feel like a Greg activity, but I didn't want to... Yeah, there's a Greg and May minigame. There's a bunch of Greg and May minigames where they're just criming. Wait, no, I just used the dark red. Do something else. Nah, not that. Not that either. It's night. We're at night now. And it's night, and we're in a back lot. Actually, let's go with black for the back lot. Because it's night, it's not going to be as bright, so you wouldn't be able to see the... You wouldn't be able to really see the tarmac. It might be that color in the day, but at night it's just going to be as black as the Devil's Johnson. I don't know what that means. It's probably bad. I apologize for that one. Oh yeah, that's right. At the end of the Forest God storyline, you shoot Greg's crossbow. So that's why he has a crossbow there. Back here we got a lamppost. And how does a lamppost look? I played a lot of beginner's guides. You'd think I'd know this. I'm very happy about that joke also. I definitely shouldn't be happy about that joke. Also, Gred looks like he carries 4 knives and a secret 5th knife. Yeah. Not wrong. I'm just gonna cap the top of the light post here so you can tell it's a light post and not just a torch. And what are May and Greg doing under cover of night? No, Alice. Hi, Alice. They're clearly crimes. Clearly they're doing crimes. I'm wondering specifically what crime. Stealing the street light. I don't like that because I think that they're smart enough to know that that's a thing that'll, like, actually, not just actually get them in trouble, but actually, like, not be that interesting as a crime. But I tell you what they can steal. How about a road sign? This wasn't big enough. For... Dong... Way. Yeah, that definitely needs to be bigger. Sure did say that, didn't I? Let's make the dong bigger. I'm in it now. I can't get out. I appreciate you letting it go, Andy. It's never too good to hold on too tightly to the dong. Dongbigger does sound like a German pastry, one that I don't think I would like very much. How are we... how do you look? What's going on in this picture? So, May's obviously standing on top of the sign with her inexplicable climbing powers she has. Real quick, let's look at May and see what May looks like. I mean, I know what she looks like in my head, but... okay, so this is an amiibo. That can't be a real thing. No, that's just some fan art. So, okay, I need you to not blink at me, May. Here we go. Perfect. Yes, I'll take half a dozen dongbiggers, 2 crullers, and a chocolate hobnob. So the shoes are very slightly... Are they slightly mismatched, or is the one just darker because it's in the back and in shadow? I think that's it. But the pants are gray. Her fur is blue with like a pink tuft at the top. 4 whiskers and like the cat mouth, and then the big almond eyes with the unnerving circular pupils. Got it. Nightmare eyes. Nightmare eyes. Got it. Oh, nope, I'm hitting the wrong button. I feel like May should say F the cops in the art too. Yeah, we'll see how much of that we can get in. She's like, how would she look leaning over? Her pants are pantsu like that. And her boots go, legs go down. This is clearly too small. She's gonna be tiny. Or it's a huge sign. It is a huge dong. I think, but I do think that needs to be bigger for it to read well, so let's do that. Actually, this should be gray, yeah? Yeah. Gray. She's got her legs coming out of the back. She's kneeling down. We only really need to show one leg. With a big boot at the end. We see her fur in there a little bit. It's gonna be lighter than it should be, but that's fine. We have a very limited color palette. But we're just kinda gonna deal with that. Can you get a double long john, or is that illegal? You could get two long johns and mash them together. Now I really want donuts. I'm quite hungry. I had like half a small bag of, like, personal size bag of bacon habanero chips earlier. And I took the edge off, and the wine's also helping, but I need to find meat. Rub that off, and then she's wearing the Zero shirt. And then, how does your face look when you're looking down? You still got the big oval head. We got some ears up here. It's not gonna look quite like this. I'm like trying to put some stuff together just for the reference. And we actually need the sleeve to be here. And the arms reaching down. She has, like, paws, right? She doesn't have, like, faux human hands. Tonight I'm making breaded boneless pork ribs, sticking them in tortillas and covering them in cheese and Halifax sauce. Ooh. I only started having Halifax sauce after I started dating Katie. and further marrying Katie. And golly, that is a good sauce. I am very excited about this sauce. I think we're almost good up here. I'm worried that I'm gonna really fuck up her face. Like, not good. Not good fuck up. Just like really just bone it out. How do your ears look? They're just like they don't have anything on the inside of them. They're just like that color, except the right one's got like a chunk out of it. Cool. So we'll grab that. Some more blue in here to fill that out. And then we're probably only going to see the one eye from this side. We're going to see all of it. Cream-colored nose with the whiskers coming off it. No, that's so... Made the eyes too big. Too big. Need to tamp down that eye. That's not quite as big as it should be, but... we're just gonna have to deal with that. When Twitch started sucking in my browsers last month, it'll just randomly freezes till I refresh. God, I don't know. It's been doing the same to me though, so fuck. That's May's pose, I think. Now we look up Greg, I guess. Greg... Sulkin? Nope, that's... someone else. I don't know, it's some boy doing a thing. His apparently last name is Greg Night in the Woods. Thanks. Oh, Lee? Says fandom. Greg Lee. His full name is Greg Snack. No, you don't blink at me either. Okay. So, pants that go right into the boots, the black jacket, also paws, big pointy face. You can see both ears. Even though we were seeing him from the side, like Mickey Mouse. Also has a giant almond eye with a black thing, and then like a black dimple on the edge of the nose. Okay, got it. I don't know. I don't fucking know, and I don't like it. So... okay, let's definitely start with the head. Because I want to make sure I have that right. Nope. Just get better. Get straighter. Maybe that's not something I should say to Greg. I think he would take offense, but just come on, make the nose better. Okay, he's gonna be a little bit off the page. Do you have a neck? You got a neck, my dude? Nah, it just kind of goes down into the jacket. So, hey, how you doing? There's what a jacket looks like. It loops over like this. Except no, it doesn't, because your arm needs to be reaching up. So that's not how that one's going to look. It's how this one's going to look. And we've lost it because we've gone into the similarly black tarmac. So that's fun. I'll tell you what, let's just get the shape of water here, and then we'll deal with how we want to deal with this color malarkey. That's probably where the pants are going to go. There's a line for that. Okay. So there's the shape of Greg. So here's what I think happened. This is gonna be a lot of black, isn't it? No, let's go with orange. That's perfect, actually. Or red, green, maybe. Let's go with dark green. No, because that's gonna be the same color there. Fuck. Let's go with the orange. Yeah. So, no, that won't look right, will it? Because orange is the color of his skin. Pink. Pink, you son of a bitch. Okay, so... what I like about this plan is that Greg got very excited to go do night crime. So he bought himself a balaclava, you know, to do night criming in. But the balaclava is bright pink. And he, like, didn't change his other clothes, like, at all. He's still just out here wearing his exact same black jacket. Because black's stealthy. Doesn't need to change that. I am regretting this decision. Not making this idea. I think this is a good idea. I'm again frustrated by my color palette. I could do this on like GIMP or MS Paint and it would be a little bit richer tool-wise, but I don't like that. I like this as a wrapper. I like Passepartout because it's a little more interesting looking than a series of menus and buttons. Are you wearing you're wearing like a shirt? That's not your fur under there. Yeah, you're wearing a gray shirt. So let's use the light gray for that. Then we'll use the darker gray for the lines of the jackets. It goes down from there into just some jeans. And he's holding himself a... Hang on. Holding just a crescent-ass crescent wrench that you can't tell is a crescent wrench because it's the same color as everything else. So that's fun. That's real bad looking. This hasn't been a good art. This was a great idea. I feel like I've done bad art around the very good idea. Well, that looks more like a wrench. I almost made it look like a wrench. And how about this? They're both of them saying... no, that's not how that works, is it? That's not how that looks. There's an established canon here, Kristie. You need to pay respect to it whenever possible. It helps bring the piece to life. So let's go back and look at... No, not this Chungus. Maybe he's fine. It does have a point. Okay. I've decided that for my April Fool's stream, I'm just gonna do my normal shit so people who don't care for April Fools don't feel excluded. That's completely fair. Also, hello, B. I also kind of landed on that because, like, we had a thing that we sort of felt like we could do, but that ended up not being a thing that was useful to do. I don't want to say what it is in case we end up doing it some other year. I did one joke for my stream, so I put points on the board so the team, so it'll balance out nicely. Yeah, but that was really good. You playing Dark Souls and instead saying it was more Assassin's Creed Syndicate was quite funny. Mostly because I can't tell the difference between what is a joke about Assassin's Creed and what is real about Assassin's Creed, because I missed the end of your previous Assassin's Creed stream. So I was like, okay, I guess they went back in time. That's a thing now. Pieces of Eden are, like, making shit happen. Fuck. And it turned out, no. I was tricked. When you were like, the AC series has done some weird shit, but time travel's where I draw the line, and then the stream started, and you were just, oh, I see, I had to mute the mic. Yeah. Maybe my previous stream was the real April Fool. I just did it because it was amazingly fun. That's good. I'm glad you have fun. Dongwei is named after banker Kevin Dong. Dang it. Named after banker Kevin Dong. Perfect. Yeah, doing a stream because it's fun is the best reason to do a stream. Like, that's the entire reason that I started doing streams, is just because I like performing, and it's absolutely super fucking hard to get someone to let you to perform, because it's a whole, like, stage performing is a whole fucking process. Voice acting is super hard to get into. Just dang. I shouldn't draw Garfield, probably. I don't remember if you were there, but I had... yeah, so B's last stream was... what was it? It was Half-Life 2, Counter-Strike, Day of Defeat, and Team Fortress Classic up all at once. Which, goddamn. Original Half-Life, yes, not Half-Life 2. I get so used to Half-Life 2 being a thing that I don't know how to react to things that aren't Half-Life 2 anymore.
But if you continue to practice 1, 2, 3 years or more, although you may improve some, you're liable to lose the limit.
It's a very angry elephant. Let's make that less of an elephant.
In the beginner's mind, there is no thought, I have attained something. All self-centered thoughts limit our vast mind. When we have no thought of achievement, no thought of self,
Oh no, that's not it.
we are true beginners.
I've been sending in occasional voice acting auditions. I found in that one voice acting forum. I want to actually like do that more, though. You should. It's super fun. And hey, you have a whole Night in the Woods reel you can send them. Voice acting is super fun. That's why I like doing this, because I can just do voices if I feel like it. Let's spray paint in some salt and pepper, huh? They're here and they're in effect. Want you to push it back. Oh, dang it, need to change back to the line to fix that. No, let's not do that as a matter of fact. Let's just blank all that out. Does anyone else have more ideas? Let me see if I can remember how to do this while we're waiting. It's like that, and then like that, and like this, and then like that. Yeah, there it is. Hey, haven't done this in years. This is the logo for my old band. Because when you flip it this way, it is a sort of concerned-looking face, and you flip it the other way, it's a happy face. Alfred Hitchcock? It's not Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah, VOD muting is a real thing. That's why I use Pretzel for all of my musical needs. And if I'm going to play copywritten music, I play it on Saturday mornings where I don't have to fucking worry about it. Draw John Dark Soul halfway through the floor saying flawless masterpiece. Alright. How do we do this? We start here. And then get some shit in like this. Wait, which way does light go? Is this gonna look right, or is this gonna be like shit? I have literally no way of knowing. Is sunrise or sunset? Anyone? Sunset, I think. Happened in funny, such as my whole 90 minutes of playing Dark Souls. Yeah, it's not that they're not there, but sometimes you get lucky. Get some parapets. I'm not sure. So here's a little secret about me. I don't draw floors much because feet are fucking hard. So I'm not certain how this is going to look. That. Oh yeah, that's good. And then how is this? They've got one leg up like this. No, that's not it. That's not it. Hang on, I can find it. I can find it. Give me a fucking second. Calm all of your goddamn jets. There's this thing that everyone else does when farming blood. So you take on these really two hard wolf type enemies, so you just stand behind a doorway killing them. Sometimes when they die, their bodies just fall through the world. Yeah, that's also a design decision. It helps keep the area tidy. Oh, sometimes you just can't get the blood vials. Right, that's the problem. Not blood echoes. Blood vials, right. Just took a pull of Estus, don't worry about it. So here's going to be our floor, I guess. And I shouldn't, like, make a bunch of bricks here, because that'll look too greebly and take forever, and it'll mess with the, like, aesthetic of the shot. There we go, like that. And, well, let's just have them stuck. So, it's like their legs are almost sticking out. You can see where they meet, but they're not, like, they're still kind of stuck. They're trying desperately to push down and extricate themselves. It's not really going well for them. Let's fix that. That arm looks like dog crap. There's this gap in the wall while I was flooding towards Steam, and I immediately thought, how can I trick it into going off of that? But I never really had time to set it up. That's a real thing that you can make happen. I don't know if you think you're joking, but that's an actual deal. It's not that hard either. I just don't know how to do it myself because I've never tried. I assumed it was legit because it was to do similar things with other enemies in later games. There's a Blossom Bloodborne where you can literally just push them off of the edge of their arena and then win. Yeah. Dark Souls is full of stuff like that. That, like, actually are design decisions that are kind of interesting. How the hell does a Dark Soul helmet look like? Just Dark Souls helmet. Oh no, this is good. The Solaire. Yeah, the Cathedral Knight helm. So it's a big square fucker. Solaire actually, yeah, is pretty John Dark Soul. So let's not have that. It'll be round instead. Or not round, it'll be kind of square-ish. With, like, it has eye slits, and does it have a cross in the middle of it, or nah? It goes down the center and then kind of tilts up back to the jaw hinge. Right. That makes sense. So right down the center, back up around. There's your eye slits where you can see out of. They're looking down. They're very angry, clearly. It's poorly designed, poorly built, but absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I like Dark Souls a lot. Sometimes I feel made to feel bad about that. There's also a Ned Kelly style bucket you can get in Bloodborne too. Oh, that's neat. And over here we have this Chungus, who's absolutely not fallen through the floor yet. Just go like this, huh? And then up like that, and then back up that way, and that'll be your loincloth, like... Yeah. So we'll get the light brown, and we'll loincloth that out. then just kind of... no, let's not do that. I was gonna try and make the body like red stringy meat, but I think that's a bad play. And how do we make that look? Here's the trunk of the body. Right, they're a little masticated, which is a word now, I've decided. Here's their big, dumb bad guy head with the wide open mouth. Should do this first, actually, so that the neck and body connect. The head. There we go. Nah, your head's wrong. I do this head, because that's not how that looks. That's not how you look when you're about to strike someone who's below you. You look downwards at the man that you're about to kill. Masticated means chewed, yeah. There we go. Looking down. Wide open mouth. Still should have put the flesh color in first. Actually, I like it better having the head kind of overlapping the body. There's kind of scraps of his shirt. Still living bare midriff. Got your axe way the hell up here. You are ready to go with this fucking axe. It kind of looks more like a claw hammer the way I drew it, but I think that's fine. Sue does like to take the biggest possible weapon and smush everything. She did that in literally every Dark Soul game. I like being maneuverable. I like finding a nice middle ground. Actually, what I like is to arrow everybody from a million miles away so I don't have to, like, deal. Give you some red eyes. Unnaturally large smile. That looks good. Some maybe darker brown for the boots. Kind of standing catty corner so the boots don't have to match the same way. No, I actually want to build the whip cane IRL because we're getting the cane soon anyway. Yeah, Katie's kind of been stockpiling canes also. I mean, not stockpiling, but she has some around the house. And if it ever gets to the point where she needs a, like, everyday cane, then we're gonna figure something out. The whip cane would be, super, super good. Also, pretty sure it's legal everywhere except Rhode Island. I'm almost positive Rhode Island is the only state that still allows sword canes. Because Rhode Island's weird. I'm finding difficult... Ah, here we go, we use this. Even though this isn't quite armor color, like I would ordinarily use just the regular gray for armor, but regular gray is not available. Regular gray is the background of the wall, so we're gonna use cobalt blue. This isn't cobalt blue. I'm actually not certain which blue is cobalt blue off the top of my head. Technically, it's not going to be a sword cane. I'm pretty sure if a cane has a blade on it, it's a sword cane. You can call it a whip cane. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you, Xenon. Cobalt blue, even though cobalts are orange. Oh, no. I guess there's blue cobalts also. You have electric cobalts, right? I'm just gonna, fuck it. I'm just gonna, like, open this whole deal and then redo it. Yeah, there it is. And we'll just make that. And make the eye slits again. Not the white. So he's looking down. Got a frowny face. Oh, sharpened wood probably wouldn't count as a sword. I don't know. It does depend on how sharp you make it. I was looking at this cool cutlass a couple days ago, but the big problem with swords is how they cost money. Yeah, and the cool swords cost a lot of money. Here in Oklahoma, we used to have the cable auction, which is to say a channel that from 7 to 11 p.m. did auctions of completely useless bric-a-brac that you bid by calling in on your phone. And you could get all kinds of stupid fucking swords there for real cheap. If anyone wants to play a retro Dark Souls Simon's Quest for NES is exactly where it came from. Yeah. How about we do it like this? It's the classic You Died sigil, only it's... Wow, this isn't large enough. We're just gonna keep it to... flawless. Perfect. Wow. John Dark Soul has encountered an error. No. Error. There we go. Error is the name of the guy with the big hammer. Do we have time for one more? We actually kind of super don't. Because it's 10 o'clock, and I'm usually going to take like an hour to make this happen better. So, hey everyone, here's our 3. We have Good Dad Demands Apology. We have Named After Banker Kevin Dong. And John Dark Soul has encountered error. So yeah, we are in voting time. Does anyone have strong opinions? Because I like all of these. I think they're quite good. April Fools, in actuality, I am painting a live model of my penis. You did hear that. It's not actually happening. I'm sorry that I said it. Whichever is painting. I'm partial to John Dark Souls at the moment. I think the sunset will look gooder on canvas. Yeah, probably. I could probably like gradient it out a little bit better. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing a yawn. It looks like Dark Souls is in the lead. Yeah. Let's just do that then. I'm going to take a bit of a break. Hi, Lisa. So I'm gonna go to BRB real quick. I'm gonna stretch myself and grab a cup of water and set up the arting materials, and we'll be right back and we'll do this painting of John Dark Soul being smashed by Error, the guy that has the hammer. I'm gonna grab these other two for the post later. Please, yes, thank you, George. I need you to be over so I can click this button. Cool. I'm gonna leave the BRB up, and I'll see y'all in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Hey there. Sorry that took as long as it took. I just kind of left my shit laying around after last stream, and Alice very helpfully picked it up and moved it, but I didn't know where, which is super duper on me. I should be more careful with my things, especially the things that I like that I use to create the art that I like doing. It would be nice if I was doing that. I'm not though currently. We'll look to it in the future. So. Here we go, huh? I am returned. Hi, B. We got some colors here. We're gonna use them to make some shapes. I think that's just probably the best way to go. Colors and shapes. Was there a brown? Should I have a brown? I should have a brown. It's probably still in the thing, and I don't want to get to it. We'll just mix some stuff up. Dash is updated, thank you very much. So, how the heck do we want to do this? Okay, well, I know how we want to do this. Wow, I didn't color in Error's legs, like at all, when I was doing this on stream. That did not happen. Huh, okay. So, I gotta remember to fix that. So I guess following the the tradition that I've set out for myself. When we're actually doing the painting, we need to go from the foreground back, as opposed to the background forward like we do with the digital art, because it's not as easy to just paint over shit. So, how does this happen? I think we just start with John, huh? Yeah, let's just start with John and then do error, and then we'll see how it goes from there. This should be pretty easy. It's quite a simple drawing, which I'm happy with. I don't know if I would be in the mood for a very, shake that up, for a very complicated paint and ending today. I do love the expression on his face. Which? On John's or on Error's? John is the one on the ground. Error is the one with the axe. I'm pretty happy with both of their expressions, TBH. I'm glad I'm going to be able to get to do them here where they're going to read a little lighter. The one on the right is called Error, as in a computer error has caused John to fall through the floor, and now he's going to be hit with a big hammer. Yeah, Error, like in Zelda's. Like in the Lambent of Zoldo, which is a real game that exists. Here we go. Come on. I'm gonna have to buy some more paint soon. Yeah, so actually the very first thing we need to do is draw this plane that they're both standing on. Which is easy. That's just a line. Nice, easy line. Across the thing. Everything's gonna be sweet. So that we have an idea of where we need to do all of this. Oh, so, we think we've finally figured out what was causing the light to always look weird and distorted on stream. And it's because what we're using, I'll just show you. What we're using to light the stream is this. It's just a drop-ass work light like you get. And it lights up really well. It does the job we need it to do. But unfortunately, it's got a hole in the top. Right there. Where it doubles as a flashlight. And that absolutely just points directly up at the webcam. So that's why we think the color's been washed out every time we've done this. The stream is always featuring a lantern. This is just the first time I've given it the proper respect it deserves, because we figured out why it was goofing us. All right, so what's next? Next we just do John, I guess. Yeah, that's what we said we were gonna do. Now I want to make John a little thicker. See, he looks kind of greebly in, not greebly, that's a different thing, but wheedly in there. I think we should make him more muscles. Big wide body, and all the size of this lad. Absolute unit, etc., etc., all the memes. And just the thick old tree trunk's legs coming down. We can see the indent there where they start to become individualized legs. And let's get the arm in there just a little bit better. And exact same thing on this side. It's like the lantern you hold when you're about to give someone a quest. I disagree. This is the kind of, well, it's the kind of lantern you give someone when you want them to go on the quest. So the quest is, here, climb through these fucking air ducts and figure out where the wires are crossing. Which is exactly what it's used for. My dad has a, not this one, I didn't get this one from my dad, but my dad always has lanterns like these around his house because he works in telecommunications, which is to say he runs a bunch of cable. That's actually untrue. He, like, supervises the people who run bunches of cable. Just give him his big, thick boy head. Just like that. Yeah, exactly. He supervises the cable to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. It's a very important job. Cables, they just kind of go all over the place if you don't watch them. I think that's fine for now. I'm fine with just the shape. We'll figure out the rest of this. Who remembers crawling through ducting with a gas-powered soldering iron and a coil of solder wrapped around their arm to solder up those holes in piping using lead solder? I don't know, B. How are you still alive? Because that seems way, way dangerous. Very danger. These boots on here. Let's move some of this back real quick, just so I have arm room. You can see my butt on stream whether I leave or come back if you watch closely. Do you want me to change the camera angle, or... because I can change the camera angle. It's not that big of a deal? Alright. Honestly, I think I'm still alive in spite of capitalism. I'm not gonna die till capitalism does. I hope you... because we're honestly not that far off, I don't think. I hope you continue to stay alive long after that. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. So your legs go up around about here? Yeah. And here's our loincloth, which I almost forgot to draw in. But I got there. And it looks just fine. And nobody's ever made any mistakes, ever. SCP-41163. Oh, because it's Alice and Leadspeak. That's good. SCP is fucking fascinating. I don't usually have the kind of energy to explore into it the way I might want to. Just gonna slide this around. And we got the bottom of the thing, but we need this arm next, and it just goes straight up. ends in a grasping hand. Nothing fancy about it. Just regular old grasp. You can get it anywhere. If you can't make your own, store-bought grasp is fine. I've heard about your SCP monitor, Xenon. I think it might be starting to infect mine because mine, like, just suddenly stops working sometimes until you unplug it and plug it back in for no adequate reason. So it might be the, like, pair to yours that, you know, goes on working long after it should. How do you... Okay, hang on. I'm second guessing my my visual math on this. So how do you... Here, we have a life drawing dummy for a reason. Hey Chris, you gonna help us out? How do you hold an axe? Oh, your arms don't really bend in that way. Oh no, they do. So you hold an axe, doesn't quite go as close as I want. You hold an axe like this, and I guess it like goes back from your hand. Let's give you something to hold. Need a thinner one than that. So you hold an axe and it kind of goes up like that, and then you swing it down. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. I'm sorry your life wasn't better. Come on, you can stand up for me. I believe in you. There you go. Don't we have the same one? It's a Dell 1790FP from 2004. I don't know what the hell kind of monitor I have. Hey, here's what my face looks like. You know that. I post selfies from time to time, but hey. Hello there. I need to cut my hair. So I guess it needs to, rather than going straight up like I have it, like a giant hammer, it kind of needs to go back. But actually, I kind of like it, like, I kind of like it the way I have it in the digital drawing. The problem with it is that it's too big and it'll like cover up this whole, like, it'll go off the screen and I don't want it to. So we're gonna give it a little more backspin than we gave the other one. And I'll tell you what, instead of making it look like a hammer like we did the other one, we're gonna double head it. Bad sports game, but you can just ignore me when I say shit like that. I got one of the monitors on TV when I use it. I own two monitor brand monitors and a TV brand TV. I don't know what kind of brand is monitor brand. Is that like a President's Choice thing? Is that a Canadian deal? Alright. So how tall do we need to make the not shirt? Probably about like that? Yeah. Then there's a bit of a neck that you can see. It's mostly covered by the arm. And the head comes off like that. Then we put the too wide smile in. Like that boy, the Joker. I think that's good for our characters. Tell you what, let's bring this up here so that we can pretend you have another arm. You kind of have a second arm. I think that's good for that, yeah. So let's... Our next move is going to still be with this. We're going to keep on making our outlines. And because the size of the characters have grown so dramatically, I think I want to shrink the back end, the parapets, so that they're just behind my dude's head here. John's just gonna be... It's a little more realistic to how Dark Souls architecture looks anyway. Those walls are waist high so that they can... So that, you know, when they break, and sometimes they will break, you just fall immediately off the level because you tried to roll past some absolute bastard with a double-handed axe. It's a good game. I like Dark Souls a lot. Let's get in on here. Phew. Who needs the concept of arm? One arm only is all you need to swing axe here in glorious Republic of Lodran. And now, just so we don't lose track of where this is supposed to go, let's make a big black bar right here. And that's where our text box is going to be. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got a little goopy. Got a little goopy. I think there's a piece of hair on that. That's fine. It's gonna be mixed in with a bunch of other stuff. No one cares. Listen, they invented the hand axe for a reason. You only need the one. Why aren't there more zombos missing limbs in Dark Souls? An excellent question. I guess it's because they, like, regenerate, right? Like, you probably lost all of your liver when you die in Dark Souls, but hey. Who cares about that? Just gonna dip that in the big cup. My little cup's all the way over there. I really want some water. Excuse me, I'm gonna stand up and get water. You should still be able to hear me, because this is quite a long mic cord, unless it's gotten tangled on literally every other piece of cord. Which it might be. Nope, managed to get there. Just gonna... Hi. Up close and personal, I apologize. Life-giving water. How delicious. It's probably because of narrative reasons. When you die in Dark Souls, you wake up in a different timeline. I believe that. That makes sense. So let's do our... Let's do our sunset, I guess. How do I want to make that happen? I'll tell you what. We're going to use 2 brushes for this. We're going to have the big one and the little one. The big one and the slightly smaller one. So what I think I want to do is use the big one to draw in the broad strokes of where I want the red to be, the orange to be, the lighter orange to be, and the yellow to be. And then we'll use the smaller brush to like squiggity squook in the boundaries between them, so it looks like more of a natural gradient. I think that works. I've literally never done gradients before. I'm excited to see how well I do my very first time out. Let's take this wonderful cardinal red. Dark Souls is the Age of Fire, which is controlled by zombos and split into hundreds of millions of alternate timelines, which means literally everything is canon. The Age of Darkness is controlled by the humans because humans are shitty. Yeah. And you, John Bloodborne, are specifically shitty. Because everyone you meet, basically, is just kind of trying to, like, live their lives. And you're out there just, like, fucking it up for people. How does this go? Let's just make a little, just make a straight line. Right there. It goes across like that. Yeah, and actually, let's take the time to fill in the rest of that, because that's actually a very quick do. Swiggity swoot like that. Like this. About to click your CW and then it disappeared. Maybe that's not a cool thing to call out. I didn't say what the CW was. Fair enough. I mean, we all know what the CW was. It's that channel that runs the OC. I think. That's right? OC was on CW? It was a quote from the Car Mechanic game. My summer car, or... Oh, right. That would make more sense. We've thrown some yellow into the red that we already have. And we're swifting that around to make a brighter orange, although I think it needs to be brighter than that, so let's grab some more yellow. I feel like like this might end up being too bright, but we're here now. Oh, that's good. That's a good harvest orange. That's the color I need. And we're just gonna real quick, like, put it up like that, like this, probably up this high, I think. That looks like a good high to be at. Always be high responsibly. Always know when you're getting too high. While that's still wet, let's grab our other brush. And we're just gonna like scritch a scratch with this. Right here across the middle. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. That's a good mix there. Just doing little circles around the interface, just kind of like I do in Photoshop. I think that looks quite good. I'm very happy with how that looks. For my first time ever trying to like gradient some fucking colors together, I think that that's useful. Grab a little bit down here. Yeah, that doesn't really show up. Fuck it. Almost put my dang old... Almost put my dang old paintbrush in the water drinking cup. The drinking water cup like I got over here. That's no good. You don't want to drink that water after that acrylics paint's been in there. That's poison, I think, maybe? It's probably not great for you, no. So let's grab that, and then Dark Souls is actually like super sunshiny, not wrong. We're just gonna keep it going with this. We'll throw some more yellow into the orange to make it a brighter orange. Exactly what I want. We're just going to take a nice long swoop through all of that. Let's very carefully get in that space there. No, I'm going to have to redo that. Whoops. You think I'd learn a goddamn lesson once or twice? Like, I actually have quite a lot of brushes. I'm certain I have one that's useful for this particular job. On the other hand, I'm doing this now. It's in my hands, and I might as well. Alright, so that's that. And while that's still wet, again, I'm going to take the mix-a-brush. Just swoop that all the way through. Why in God's name are you singing that song? Oh. Well, I guess that makes sense. I'm just gonna swoop this in like that. That's about as tall as I want that to be. Watch as I inexpertly fill in a round space with a square brush. Marvel as she doubles the amount of work she needs to do making outlines. That's good. And actually I want to have another go with just one nice long slip right at the top. Just to make sure it's nice and wet. And now we're gonna wash that out just a little bit. And just get this pure ass yellow for the top part. Apparently it's by Fuel, although I would have guessed Three Doors Down or Nickelback. It certainly sounds like it, but it's, you know, it was the style at the time, like wearing an onion on your belt. I'm really trying to get this brush cleaned out, but it's not wanting to do that. I'm just gonna, yeah, get in there like that. With the paper towel. That's pretty clean. I'm sure it's fine. I'll grab the Sunshine Yellow or Daisy Yellow, or whatever the fuck I said it was, and just swoop it right through. Big long swoops. Like a majestic eagle. Or a trademarked shoe brand. What do you mean that's a swoosh? Alright. And now we'll grab the mixer brush. And we'll just slide that around. That's good because it fills in this white space I left in the middle too. Now this mixed up, we just paint it out like that. So we get the mixed colors in. And I really like the way that ended up looking. That's super good. So what's the next thing? I guess we need a fleshish tone. I have no idea how to do that. When I say flesh tone, I mean like the kind of white person flesh tone that I put over there. Your particular flesh may vary. I'm just gonna take this orange I have. I'm gonna throw some white in there and see just how that comes up. It's honestly not coming out too bad. I'm not gonna have a lot of it. On the other hand, I don't think I need a lot of it. Because I basically just need the arms and hammers. That's a thing I said. I don't know if I stand by it. Yeah, that's not awful. Honestly, I thought you were going to say, I guess we need a fleshlight. That's not quite the story I'm telling with this piece. You might want to find AO3 for that. Or some kind of Boru, which I'm told is how it's pronounced. Yeah, we don't need a lot of this, honestly. That's just some. I didn't create an endpoint for your arm, so I'm gonna call it there. Now let's double down on it, because now we have this tan color. So throw a little black on it so I can make it darker. And that'll be the color for our boots. Darker than I want it. I mean, it's still a brown. I think I honestly might have added a little too much gusto in here, but it's okay. It looks like the kind of like shitty grayish color that those like toga boots are anyway. They don't get nice stuff, do the undead hordes in Dark Souls. My skin is a very medium color. It's not dark, but it's definitely not light. Alice is Welsh pale and covered in freckles. That. Which is to say, immediately distrust, no, make sure you get the word right. Worthy of distrust. There it is. I mean, I'm sure I might be fine, but there's a lot of people that look like me that make life a lot harder for people that don't need it. You know, I get it. In here. And I'm really glad we have just enough to make this happen, because running out of spots on my palette. Some skin tone discussion happening in the chat, and I think maybe I fucked up by introducing that, so I'm kind of gonna stay out of it. Let's get this down. And clean out this brush, the one we were just using. You are objectively comparing your flesh, and that's not bad. That's not wrong. I have lighter skin than other members of my family, which is no longer a talking point because I cut off contact with them and they cut off contact with me. It does suck to be them. That's absolutely their loss. No, that's not how I should have done that. I think you're great, B. I'm just gonna say that and not attach a value to it. We're using our silver, our metallic paint that we got, which is actually quite hard to see on camera. Is that? But it is happening. I should have put a baffle on this, shouldn't I? I super duper meant to. Let's no, that's not gonna do it. I'm sure there's some sort of thing I can use here to dampen this light just a touch. I'll remember it for next time. That's okay. Gonna swing like this. And we'll get our Dark Souls Knight nice and armored up. Get in there in the pants. You know me, I go hard in the pants. That's not the joke I meant to make. I meant to do that different. Oh, fucking well. Like that. Looks like there's a light cloud layer over a lovely sunset. This guy does look very good. I'm quite happy with it. While we got the silver out, we're gonna make this axe a little shinier. Which it shouldn't be, right? I think it needs to be darker, because it's not like a silver axe, it's steel. So it should be a darker color, but I'm not interested in seeing how well metallic paint mixes with regular paint. Non-metallic paint. Because I don't want to ruin this limited supply of metallic paint. So that's good. Yeah, there's all that. Axe shiny or chop marine. Let's just get one more lick of. Actually, we have a lick of just red on there still. So let's wipe this brush off real quick. And we can actually just take some red off of right here where it's still dripping a little bit on the palette and do the very evil eyes. Nah, it needs to be bigger than that. I've got some red on my palette still, just a little bit. They're very large eyes. And the one last thing is they have very teeth. So we can get just exactly one drop of white paint on the thing. There we go. We don't need white for anything else. We use what we have sparingly and just teeth. I promise you that looks better than it looks on stream. Yeah, need a buffer of some kind for that light. It's doing too good a job. You're making the rest of us look bad, light. Banned banana banana. Is that one of those bots that keeps showing up? Yes. Goddamn bots. Get out of here. We don't need you. We have very nice humans and animal people who want to watch our streams. We don't need no fake banana. Sue. We have some black on our palette still, and I'm just gonna throw some white in there to get a gray that we can use for the walls and the floor. This one probably? Yeah. This water's getting real goopy. I feel like sometimes I'm wasting paint, but I'm really trying to keep it to a reasonable level. The paint. Swoop that around. That's good. No, I want it to be lighter than this a little bit. Just a little bit. We have two bots clogging up lately, which is nice. That is nice. I would like if those bots were replaced by, you know, actual people who wanted to talk and, you know, make new friends. Because we're good at that here. We're good at new friends. So let's start up here with the parapets that I never should have made because they're so fucking hard to get into. God damn parapets. Why are you the bane of my existence? I thought it was gonna be fun. Here we go. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. Absolutely love that y'all watch my streams, but I'd also love if I had viewers I didn't already know. Yeah. No, we get it. We like being friends with all of you, all of our regulars who come into chat, but we like meeting new people too. then again, like, everyone, like, I look at it this way, is that everyone who came into our stream were people that we did not know until they came into our stream. Like, I didn't know Andy until Andy came in one time while I was playing Overwatch. I didn't know Xenon until she stopped in to watch me play Donkey Kong for the Game Boy, I think. Meeting new people has been absolutely the best thing to me about streaming, other than the fact that I get to, like, do art once a month and people give a shit. This is not enough paint, I don't think. I thought it was PUBG. It might have been. I certainly remember you being in the chat for Donkey Kong. And again, I don't remember a lot about the PUBG streams, because they were just kind of me shooting my mouth off while trying desperately to stay alive. I was wrong. We had just enough. We had just enough paint. Look at that. All of the bits filled in. Right there between the legs. Where you keep your boulders. I just found a whole ass EP that I made and didn't release. That's fantastic. I mean, it's not fantastic that you made it and didn't release it. It's fantastic that I presumably now get to hear new music from you. There we go. That's good. So I think the last two things we need to do are John's face mask and the flawless. So let's get some... I'll tell you what, I said I didn't want to fool around with this, but let's put just a little bit of black paint into the silver paint and see if that makes it just dark enough to make highlights with. So whenever you're ready, you stupid asshole, get in there. Come on, be cool. Trying to do a thing. People are expecting me to be entertaining. I don't understand how you get frozen up that quick. No, that's a bad idea. I shouldn't do that thing. I should do it this way instead. But it's still a bad idea. Okay. So what I've done is torn apart the top of a soda tab to make a pointy edge to dig out pieces of the goop that's causing the black paint to not come out. But dang, you are just... Oh, well, that happened. And it happened to all of us. No, that's just black now. Yeah, there's a little metallic-y in there still. This would have worked a lot better if I didn't have the, like, if I had done it the way I'm meant to do it. But this is fine. I'll just take a pencil brush. Soviet Russia, the pointy end is out goof using you. That's a true fact. I believe it. It sounds real. Go down. That up around. And same thing on the other side. Just go down, loop itself back up around. And making a very cross face with dark eye slits. Just like that. That's good. Then we shake that out and bring it out with a towel for our one last thing that we need to do. Just get a dip of red. And oh no, I think I don't have enough space. No, I've got enough space. I have just enough space. Flawless. So that's your lot. Oh, I just heard gunfire. BRB. Stay safe, B. I hope everything's okay. So that's that. Let's take it off the easel here and get a bit of a closer look at about how do I make that happen. Let's cover this up so that there we go. Flawless. He's really about to be very murdered. Yeah. So that's that. That's your art stream, y'all. A beautiful sunset. Loaf of axe and thou. Super happy about it. If you don't have enough space, you can just say it represents the uneven texture mapping in honor of Orlando. Yes, of course. All of the apparent flaws in the design of my artwork are in fact intentional and meant to convey deep meaning. You know, like Dark Souls. That's gonna be the stream. I'm gonna hit a couple of buttons very quickly. The first one's going to turn off this music here. The second one's going to turn on some different music as we move to the BRB. Nope, I did say BRB, and then I clicked BRB. There we go, the outro screen. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome here to the outro screen. I'm very happy about the outro screen. I've been Kristie doing arts. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm very happy that people want to come and sit in on this every month, even though we always go longer than I mean to. And I'm very happy that y'all come in to watch our streams whatsoever. We could do this without you, but it would be a lot less fun. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'm Kristie, one of 5 people who stream on the channel, along with my wife Katie and Alice, who's been in the chats, and Annie and Sue. And we stream literally every day, so if you wanted to hit follow, you could see there's always something going on. Let me run down our schedule for you for the next week. Next Tuesday is Andrea. Andrea's just got done playing Pyre and I don't know what she's playing next. Alice, do you know what Annie is playing next? She does not. So that'll be a fun time surprise. Please jump in for a fun time surprise. Wednesday will be our community stream. We'll be playing Minecraft with all of our friends, which is always great fun. I have a surprise for that. Some people know about the surprise already. Please don't spoil the surprise if you know the surprise. Moving on from there is Thursday. Thursday will be Alice, who will be building Lego. She'll either be starting on the big build, the Lego garbage truck, the knockoff Lego garbage truck, or the smaller but no less impressive Friends racing kits, which are very nice. I like the Friends series a lot. I wish the Elf series were still a thing, but Friends is an alright medium, you know, for something that's directed towards girls. What's the next thing? Friday is Katie. Katie's going to be playing some video game, I've been assured. She's not continuing with Deponia, because Deponia went real weird on us. It got bad, but she's gonna play a different thing. We'll see what it is. That will also be a fun surprise. Saturday morning is my wildcard stream, where I just play whatever I feel like playing for a couple of hours, and listen to music, and it's a nice chill time to start off your Saturday morning. Please come hang out with me. I played Kingsway last week. I don't think I'll play Kingsway this week. I think I'll figure out something else, but it'll be a good time. Then Sunday will be Sue. Sue will be continuing with Earthbound, which she is coming up just right to the edge of. There's a lot still. There's a couple of streams left in it, but there's 2 to 3 streams left, I'm being told. But she's getting into that good endgame content. She's hunting around for legendary weapons. It's a whole deal. And then Monday will loop back around to me, where I will be starting my next long play thing, which will be Hell Yeah, Wrath of Dead Rabbit, a Sega game about a bunny in hell doing all sorts of furry crime. It's great, and I'm very excited to play it. Thank you so much for joining us. If you wanted to support us monetarily, you can do that by subscribing or by throwing bits at us. You get a cool truck emote to subscribe, and you get the satisfaction of a job well done if you throw bits at us. What's after that? You can follow our friends if you like. I suggest it very much. You can follow Andemonium and In the Land of the Rising Sun and Xenon Fiber and Riz Plays Games. They are great streamers and are worthy of your time and attention. And is that everything I need to say? I do believe it is. Xenon might be going live later, with quite probably something in the Sonic series. Shadow, a hedgehog. Makes sense. That looks really interesting, and I'm probably going to go to bed myself, but I'll definitely catch that on the VOD. Thank y'all so much. I've been Kristie, and until I see you next time, do please stay safe.